everyone and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we're taking a look at two Earth Granner releases here. We have CG02 Core Granner Eagle Tomica and GG02 Gao Granner Eagle. So I decided to do these two together because it didn't really make sense to do one without the other. If I did the car by itself, you would only get half the sounds. If I did the Eagle by itself, you'd get none of the sounds. So I just decided to do them together in one video. I thought it'd be more fun that way. You can tell the GG Gao Granner, CG Core Granner, so that's just how the labeling goes. But I wanted to show these off. Now, I believe you could get everything all together if you bought that like massive box set that I think had the Eagle, the Leo, both cores, and the Cheetah. I think they did have a box set that was all that together. I didn't go for that. I did the Leo, Red Core, and Cheetah in one box set, and then I decided to get these separately. So these are two separate releases. They don't come bundled together or anything like that. As far as I know, there's no way to get a box that just has these two things. You either have to buy the massive box set or you have to buy these two things singly. So that's what I decided to do here. But you can see the packaging for the cars, fairly basic. It does come with this cool little license, which is something that I think is exclusive to the single core releases. I don't think that, as far as I can remember, there was not one with the box set that I bought for Leo, Cheetah, and the cores. So I think they are exclusive to these smaller releases. You can see how they work here with the roleplay items, which were delayed, so we'll have to wait for them. And of course, with the Eagle there. So not too much else to the packaging. It just tells you that the batteries are included. So pretty cool there. Taking a look at this box for the Eagle, you can see it has the Granner. Now I believe when the Granner is what they call their like morphed, for lack of a better term. Once they transform their suit, they're called a Granner. I believe he's K because I think they just use the first initial of their first name, so it's R and K. He's K. Over here it shows again the three different forms. There's really not too much different to them, but at least I can read them this time. I looked them up ahead of time, so I was sure what they were. This is still normal. This one says Aero Tornado, and it's A-E-R-O, like aeronautical, like not arrow, like bow and arrow. And then you have Screw Wave. So, I don't know. Screw Wave. That's what they're named. I can't tell you. I don't know. Bottom's pretty boring. Up top just kind of shows again how the core works with everything, as you can see there. Of course it says put the car in there, not too much going on there. And then we do have a picture of Shark, and it does say that it's going to come out in June. So unfortunately we have quite a bit to wait for Shark. You can see he is GG04, so he is Gao Granner Shark. So I'm bummed. I want my shark pants now. Hashtag shark pants. But we have to wait till June. Hopefully we only have to wait until June. Hopefully it doesn't get delayed because of everything. But I think China is mostly back to normal. So we'll see how it goes. But in any case, that's it for the packaging. I'm going to go ahead and get these guys out of the box and we'll take a closer look. Alright, so here they are out of the packaging. Real quick before we dive into the toys, I wanted to show off the little license. This comes with the smaller car, the Core Granner Eagle Tomica. They're a mouthful. I'll get it eventually. Anyway, so I think in the show, I think it's like the second episode, they're each given this Earth license, and it's kind of like a badge to get in and out of the base and things like that. But you can see here, Kudo, that's his name. And they kind of have this cool little cheat sheet down here. So when they're in the suits, they're Granners. The car is the Core Granner. The animal is the Gao Granner, and then when it's the robot mode, it's the Earth Granner. So it reminds me of like Digimon, like they just progressively evolve higher and higher. But it's kind of a little cheat sheet there so you know what to call them. So I think that's kind of cool. On the back, kind of like a little stat. It almost kind of looks like a phone. You have like apps down here, phone, message, maybe YouTube, something like that. But it says Earth Granner, Eagle, Shark. And then it has like stats down here, almost like tech specs. You got power, speed, defense, technique. So that's pretty cool. But they're not like plastic. They're kind of a nice glossy. I think they're still cardboard though. Not 100%, but still pretty cool. Just something fun to include with the small Core Granner release. So pretty neat. Like I said, I don't think that was included in the larger box set because I would have shown it to you guys then, so I don't remember seeing one, but looks like they come with the individual car releases. So here is Core Granner Eagle Tomica. Pretty cool. You have a nice white paint job here, a little bit of gold paint, otherwise it's mostly cast in blue. It does have normal black wheels. You can see the QR code here on the bottom. It does have the on and off switch. Speaker in the same place. Alright, so then you're back around. So you got about 5 or so phrases. You got the kind of revving engine sound. You got the honking horn sound. Otherwise, you have a couple phrases there. So all in all, not too bad. Taking a look at the Eagle, I think he looks great. I really like the color scheme. Blue, white, and yellow all work really well. I love how the visor here is this kind of pinkish red, just because I think it goes well with the darker blue. If they would have used the same light blue for this canopy that they used with the Lion, I feel like it wouldn't have like gelled as well. So I'm glad that they didn't feel the need to make the canopies the same color with all of them. I really like that decision. I think these colors look really great together. Nice green there on the side. And a lot of this is stickers, but there's also a lot of paint as well. Pretty much the entire head of the Eagle is painted. This silver down here is painted. This silver here. The yellow on the inside is a sticker. These on the side here, stickers, that sticker right there on the wings here. A little bit on the side here and here, but this red here is a sticker. These on the back here are stickers. A little bit down here, which we'll get into later. But I mean, I feel like there's a decent amount of paint versus stickers. I feel like it's pretty even, so I can't really complain. He does have wheels on the bottom here, so he can roll if you want him to. But yeah, I really like the Eagle a lot. I think it's pretty cool. The way it has these wheels, like they do spin too. It almost made it seem like there was going to be a kind of a car transformation or something. I don't really, like, there's no way to get these to actually, like, touch the ground. So, I don't know. Like, it doesn't need to have a car transformation because it's a jet. It's an Eagle. It makes sense. It's a flying animal. But I feel like these wheels are a little out of place because they really serve no function. Well, I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me get you into the different modes. So, this is normal mode. Okay. Let me make sure I'm doing this correctly via the box. I don't want to turn the wings in the wrong direction. Okay, so if you turn the wings like this is apparently the screw wave mode. And I guess maybe these spin in some kind of air turbine or something. I don't know. When they come up with these like transformations, they're very basic. I mean, it's all right, but So put these back. And then if you take these talons off, these actually just peg in down here. So you can see it's very simple, just a peg hole and a peg right there. So if I unpeg this, and then I just bring them out, there's a peg here on the end of the wing. So if I just move the talons further out, this is the Aero Tornado mode. Again, I don't know. I don't know what makes it Aero Tornado. He just has claws at the end of his wings now. I don't know. These modes to me they're not the most exciting. I mean, okay, you have a couple little configurations you can do. You know, maybe show it off in the directions. Is it warrant its own name? I feel like that's a little meh. But here's really nice silver paint on these talons. I really appreciate that. So they did a really nice job there. I'm going to put these off to the side. Trying to think if there's anything else worth showing off. There's not really any other articulation. I mean, really just the wings can move. They do come in the box separately. You just peg them right in. It's really no problem whatsoever. I tried to take them off again to see if I could show you how to peg them in, but they don't seem to want to come off, so I don't know if it's like a one-time thing or not. I don't want to break it, so I didn't force it too hard. But otherwise, that's really the only like assembly other than plug these in down here on this peg and pop the wings in. That's really the only assembly you have to do. And then apply the stickers, of course. But yeah, I really like the Eagle, so let's go ahead. Let's get to some combined sounds here. Alright, so very simply, we just lift this up. There is a little hole down here in the bottom, as you can see where my finger is. And there's this large tab on the back of the car, so you're just going to go ahead, pop that in there, and then push this down till it clicks. So, okay, sorry, can't ever remember when it's done. So in the cartoon, the anime, they shout out "Ride on" when they connect, and then you heard it say "Ride on," you know, Gao Granner Eagle. So just the combination sounds there, very cool. You can go ahead and keep pressing this for a couple more sounds. Excellent. Excellent eagle sounds there. Appreciate that. And then I guess that's like soaring in the air sounds. You get an attack sound there. And that sounds like they want to do a Gattai. Alright, so I think we've looped back around there. I can never tell. But yeah, very cool sounds. I like them. I love that eagle screech. I think that's really well done. So yeah, very cool. I like the fact that the car has sounds when it's not connected, and then it has new sounds when it is connected. I really appreciate that detail there. So very cool. Now, unfortunately, we do not have the shark. He is not available yet, so I cannot form Eagle Shark. But I can combine him with the cheetah from Leo, so you can at least see the robot transformation for the eagle. So we have our cheetah pants here from Leo Cheetah. All I did was disconnect it from the lion. I have not transformed it in any other way. I did remove the lion paws, obviously. What we're going to do, first thing, take these talons off. And you can probably see where this is going. But they are going to become the new feet for Cheetah. So we just peg them right in like that. Not too bad. I think they look a little bit more ridiculous than the lion paws just because they kind of jut straight out. But overall, not bad. At least it gives a little pop of blue mixed in with the yellow. And this one I think kind of will work because there is yellow in the eagle, so I think the colors should be okay. But the first thing you're going to do, very simple, you can flip up the wings. Then you're going to pull the arms away because you can see that there's kind of like a little tab here. And that fits into a little, let me get closer so you can actually see this. There you go. There's a little indentation on what's going to be the inside of the forearm. So you want to just pull it away enough to get it out of that, and then you can bring this down. So you want to be like this. You want to flip open the side here. You want to spin this thruster around to reveal the fist, which I think is kind of cool, because for the lion, all they really do is kind of fold the fist in at like 90 degrees, and you can still kind of see it. But with the eagle, they completely hide it with the thruster, so that's kind of a nice touch. So spin that around, close that back up, and then you can kind of do whatever you want. If you like this all the way up like this, if you kind of want it at an angle, even further, maybe you want to use it as like a shield or something, you have some playability there. I think you're supposed to leave it at an angle like this. I think that's where you're supposed to leave it. But it's up to you. So if you want a little bit of playability there, you can have it. Next, you're going to slide the eagle head back, very similar to what you did with the lion head. You can see it just kind of integrates and becomes, you know, more affixed in the chest. I think it looks a lot better. Next, you're going to flip this part up for the head. You're going to disconnect this piece. You're going to flip it around like that and now connect these two pieces into the back. So just a bit of a switch there. And then we're going to turn the head around and then we're going to connect this. So this just pegs in right there. And make sure it's connected. You may have heard it say Tomica Gattai. Let me just move this back. All right. And like I said, I think this looks good. I think the yellow and the blue go really good together. And I think because there are accents of yellow in the eagle, it makes them kind of jive that much more, especially when you put the talons down here, because now it feels like the yellow and the blue are kind of evenly distributed throughout. It's a very cohesive looking form, and I like that a lot. Now, I'm going to love when he gets the shark pants, don't get me wrong. But I think for now, this is a good looking form. So we can go ahead and check out articulation next. So as you would expect, head does swivel from side to side. You have that out to the side shoulder articulation I showed off a little bit earlier. Of course, you have front to back. Now this should, yeah, it does still move even if it's out to the side. It's just a little bit. Actually, it's kind of a weird, so the way this joint works, you can see it's kind of cut out there. It works the best like this. If you have it out, I think it can still do it, but it's a little wonky. So I feel like just for simplicity's sake, and maybe just so you don't break it, if you want to move the arm, move it while it's tucked in, and then you can go out to the side. But it seems like it wants to do out to the side when it's straight on, because that's how the joint inside there is. So a little careful there. Bicep swivel there. Pretty nice joint here in the elbow. Do you have a double joint? Yeah, you do. You have a double joint there. So that's kind of cool. Double elbow action. The wrist does not move because of the transformation, so just be aware of that. Nothing in the waist because of how they connect. And then really the articulation for the legs obviously is going to be the same as Leo because it is the same legs, literally. So you have that really nice ratchet there. You have out to the side, you have a thigh swivel, you have the double knee, and then you have the ankle tilt. So very, very cool. I like the look of them. Let's get in there close and take a look at that head sculpt. Really nice. Again, the gold, the blue, the white all look really good. I like the green eyes. Very sharp. I like the eagle wings on the side here. Very cool design. And I like that eagle head on the chest. I think that looks good. So all in all, I really do like the look of this form. Now, of course, you can use the same weapons because technically the sword comes with the cheetah, so it would carry over. Now, on the show, when it connects with the lion, he uses the super sword. When he connects with the eagle, he uses the super gun. So I don't know if they're going to keep those exclusive like that in the show or not, but you can obviously do whatever you like. Let me zoom out a bit here. So pretty cool. But again, if you want to use, I still personally like the individual sword and the individual gun. And I saw somebody comment on Twitter after my last video that they wish the cheetah had maybe just like a peg hole here in the wheel or something so that you could connect you know, the sheath down here on his hip. I kind of wish that too. I actually thought the same thing when I was playing with the first one, and I just forgot to mention it in the video. But I agree. I do kind of wish that there was some way to connect this to the hip, because I do think that would be kind of cool. Now, maybe if it could peg into the center of the wheel there, that would kind of work. Otherwise, it is kind of in the way. There's not a great place for it to connect. Let's see, on the back here, is there anywhere? Yeah, he doesn't have a great place to connect on the back like the lion does. You could do something like this, I guess, but I feel like that doesn't work that well. So yeah, unfortunately, the sheath doesn't peg on the back very well. You just have to have him use it as a gun. But I really like this robot mode for the eagle, and I'm very excited to eventually get the shark so I can have both robots next to each other at the same time. So before we go, we have to take a look at the sounds that we get once they're all combined. So you're just going to go ahead and push the head down. So it says Eagle Cheetah. I don't know if it somehow knows it's connected to Cheetah, if it's going to make different sounds when it's connected to Shark. I hope so. I don't know if there's going to be a different blue car you need to buy, or maybe it'll just come packed in with the Shark. I don't know. I'm very interested to know how that works. I wonder if it's like a pin system, like when the Cheetah is connected, it pushes down different pins in the car from underneath, and that's what makes it give the right sound. I'm hoping that's what it is, because that's actually really neat. It's a very cool idea if that's how it works, but I'll have to wait and see when the Shark comes in how that's going to work out. But if it's just a situation where when you connect the pants from underneath, you know, because that's how it works. If you've seen those cars, well, of course you've seen them, but I'll let's go through the rest of the sounds and I'll show you what else I mean. But the car has two sensors underneath, and the inside of this has kind of two spots that line up with those sensors. So I'm wondering if when you connect this, maybe it pushes one up instead of both, or you know, there'll be different combinations of which it can push up to get the different sounds out of the car. I'll show that off a little bit more, but let's go through the rest of the sounds first. So that says Excel Gun. So that says Wheel Charge Full Throttle. Very cool. Okay, and it says Axel Gun, so I think it's wrapped around to the beginning. So just to show off real quick what I was talking about, let me pop this piece down so I can pop this out. Now to take these off, how it works from underneath here, there's a button, and you kind of have to push that up, and that will make the car pop out. Here we go. So you can see the sensors underneath here. That's how, you know, it's connecting from the inside. And it's going to be hard to see, but you can see what I'm talking about here. So I'm wondering when the pants connect, if it's pushing up different pieces of this, and that's how the car knows which sounds to make. Like I said, I hope that's the case. I hope I don't have to buy additional blue cars that are, you know, specific to the Shark or anything. I'm assuming that's how it works. I don't think they would make you buy additional cars, but time will tell. But either way, that's really cool. I love how it knows. Let's hear it again. Why not? So that's awesome. I absolutely love that. I can't wait to get the Shark and hear the different combination sounds, hoping that they're all locked inside this car, because that's going to be amazing. So this is a great set. I've been really impressed with these toys so far. Cannot wait to get the Shark pants later on in June. I'm just really impressed, like I said. I think this is a great looking combination. The yellow of the cheetah goes well with the yellow accents that are already part of the eagle, so this makes for a really good combo. It's kind of funny. When I first picked these up, I really thought the lion was going to be my favorite. And I don't know if it's because it's blue. Blue is my favorite color, so maybe I'm a little biased. But the eagle is kind of taking the lead for me. I think he looks really, really good. I love the eagle form. I love the robot form for him. Goes well with the cheetah. I think it's going to look even better with the Shark when that eventually comes out. Sound effects for the Core Granner Eagle Tomica are excellent. It's cool that it has lights. To be fair, the lights are nothing special. It's just kind of the one symbol that lights up in the dashboard of the car there, but still looks cool. It's harder to see once you have it inside the Eagle, but I appreciate that the cars have on and off switches. I think that's such a tiny little detail that's very, very nice, and definitely underutilized in a lot of different toys out there in the market. The little license, I think, is kind of a nice inclusion. Something very basic but very fun just to include that in there. Yeah, I definitely recommend picking these up, whether you decide to get that giant box set that has everything or do the individual releases. You're going to want the 2 animals, the cheetah pants, and the 2 different cars, so you can get everything, do all the different combinations right now, and get all the sound effects. But I'm loving it. Really great, solid joints, articulation's wonderful, paint applications are nice. There's a decent amount of stickers, but they're not too bad, and they're all nice flat surfaces, so they go on very easily. Put on a half-hour show or something, you'll be done by the time it's over. But I'm really impressed with these. I don't have too much bad to say about them. Really just looking forward to the rest of the line. Very excited for what the future of this line will bring. And I really just want a ton of different, animals for torsos and animals for pants so that I can just make crazy combinations all day long and have the car give me different sound effects depending on the crazy combinations. If that's what this line's going to do for me, it's going to be a ton of fun, and I cannot wait. So that's going to do it for the video. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, thank you so much for watching.